We can sum up McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich in one word. Crispy. But also juicy and tender. Okay, it's crispy, juicy, tender. All one word. But then, also pickle. Oh, and potato bun, which is two words. Okay, we can't sum up our new crispy chicken sandwich in one word, so you'll just have to try it to understand it. Order ahead on the McDonald's app at participating McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
We need a new political party. Yours truly is going to be setting up a new political party. The Republican Party does not represent conservatives. It does not represent people of faith. It does not represent anymore, never did in modern history after Ronald Reagan, the vision and creation of our founding fathers. The Republican Party is dead. It's a disgrace. It's been relegated to simply having its clowns go on Sean Hannity and shows like that, pontificating about what they're going to do, but they never do it. Look at Obamacare, when the Republicans had control of both branches of Congress and the presidency. Little to nothing. Look at our $30 trillion budget deficit, largely the result of Republican administrations, including Trump, I might add. Look at the situation at the border right now. What are they doing about that? Why aren't they in court? Why aren't they fighting things? We now have a flood of people coming across the border. It's a security threat to the American people. What are they doing about legislation which is now formalizing the fraudulent voting system? I think perhaps Ted Cruz is the poster boy of the Republican Party right now. When things get too tough in Texas and his people are dying of the cold in the recent energy crisis, what does he do? He goes to Cancun, Mexico with his family and his friends. This is the Republican Party. So when you hear people out there, whether it's Tom Cotton, who people are saying, well, maybe he can run for president, the guy's all talk, no action. What has he done with regard to the communist Chinese that have destroyed this country and the rest of the world? It was Freedom Watch that had to bring a case, class action in Dallas, Texas. What does Mitch McConnell do other than pontificate? We've got 300 judges he claims credit for. Frankly, they're political hacks. That's what they are. I've been in front of 8 of them. You can read my book, It Takes a Revolution. Forget the scandal industry. Look at the Supreme Court, the 3 justices. What have they done other than throw President Trump under the bus and a variety of other things? This is where we are today. We need competition. I'm an old antitrust lawyer. I helped break up AT&T, which is why you have all the cell phones and innovation today. We need competition. People say, oh, wait for 2022, 2024, the Republicans will take control of the House of Representatives again, maybe even the Senate. What did they do when they had control? Just talk, no action? People like Lindsey Graham, who lives in a closet, who's two-faced, can't even tell the truth about his own lifestyle, is out there now playing both sides of the fence against President Trump, saying, well, he has some magic, but at the same time, he has a dark side. Trying to play it both ways. That's the way they are. Play it both ways. Be part of that Washington establishment swamp crowd. Look at other people that are out there that are stabbing the president in the back. The Republican Party has stolen Trump's name. Trump had to send him a cease and desist letter because they're continuing to raise money based on Trump at the same time that they threw him under the bus. So we need a new party for conservatives, libertarians, people of faith, and others. And don't worry about the Republicans taking control of anything, because what good does it do when they take control? They got nothing to take control of because they're nothing as a party. So I want you to think about it. I have a couple good names that I'm going to come up with, and I'm coming up with regard to the new political party, which we're going to introduce on May 31st, when we have our Third Continental Congress in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it's not going to be tied to Freedom Watch. It's going to be separate, the party. And I want everybody to participate. But I want you to come up with some names for it right now and to email me at leclayman@gmail.com, leclayman@gmail.com. And this is a way that we can begin to peacefully and legally take the country back. We also need to declare a new government. This government is more than broken, it's corrupt. Let the criminals stay in Washington, as I've said, and commit crimes against each other. We're moving on. We're going to take the Capitol back to Philadelphia, where it all began, at Independence Hall. So stay tuned and watch what we're doing with regard to citizens' grand juries. We're going to be seeking the indictment later this month with regard to Joe Biden, his son Hunter, and his brother Frank for massive bribery from communist China, Ukraine, and Russia. American people, rise up. Turn off Sean Hannity. Turn off the purveyors of false information, people that want you to watch their show and promising things that'll never happen. Not one person was held accountable during the Republican administration at the Justice Department in the last 4 years, whether it was Comey, whether it was McCabe, whether it was the Lovebirds, whether it was Bruce Orr, whether it was Clapper, whether it was Brennan, whether it was the Obamas, the Clintons, and of course the Bidens. No one's held accountable. Nothing. And Durham, this clown up there in Connecticut, just resigned. He resigned from being U.S. attorney without even a fight. It's all part of the same club, the Democrats and the Republicans, flip sides of the same coin, except the Democrats are totally evil. They have taken over this country. They've turned it into a socialist, communist, atheist gulag in less than 6 weeks. We, the American people, must rise up. We cannot depend on the Republican Party. We must move on and reclaim this country ourselves. So that's what I have to say for today, fellow patriots. Time to rise up, time to fight peacefully and legally to save this country. I want to thank you for listening to me. Stay safe. Remember that God helps those that help themselves, the Father and the Son. We must rise up now, or our country will be gone forever. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
After the third time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Help Jews in poverty this Passover at helpjewsnow.org. Holocaust survivors are forced to choose between food and medicine. Coronavirus has robbed families of their livelihoods. Your $25 gift today will help provide a life-saving food box to Jews in need. Don't wait. Passover is quickly approaching. You can be a blessing this holy season. You can help Jews now who have no one else. Visit helpjewsnow.org. That's helpjewsnow.org.